Hare Krishna. Good morning, everyone. It's good to be together to chant Japa. It's a real statement against the material energy. We're not going to take it anymore. And there's a verse in the Bhagavad Gita that I've been thinking of a lot lately, which is that Krishna says in the 18th chapter that if you become conscious of me, then you can cross over all the obstacles of material life by my grace. And if you don't become conscious of me, then you'll be lost. And it's a practical experience that anyone can have, keeping up the daily practice of 16 rounds. Just by chanting the Maha Mantra and being aware that one's chanting and hearing the name of Krishna. Because Krishna's name is Chintamani, he's fully present in his name and he's giving, always giving us advantages. Whatever we're dealing with in life, and we're always dealing with something. It's one thing after another, isn't it? That we can become conscious of Krishna in that way by chanting. And he gives us the intelligence, the strength of heart to deal with whatever it is we have to deal with it in the moment. So the practice of japa to the rational mind sometimes seems, so what is this chanting? I should be doing something. I should be filling in a form or something, writing a report to actually be progressive, shouldn't I? But the most advantageous of all activities is just to become conscious of Krishna fully. And I was on the way over here this morning, we were driving, writing something about the distraction of this age. And I've been noting lately how people waiting for anything are always looking at a device and being carried away somewhere else. This is Prayanal Paisha Shabya Kalavas Minyagedana. In Kali, everyone will be distracted. So, one of the very basic ways that one can improve one's life is to not be distracted, is to constantly practice coming back into the presence of the holy name and being present for the holy name when the holy name's there. And just by that one practice called japa, then one can cross over all the obstacles of material life by Krishna's grace. So that's something to pursue and to look forward to. Shall we try? Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sari Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare, Hare
Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama, Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram.
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Ram.
Hare Rama, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna
Ram.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram.
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare
Ram.
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Ram.
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare
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 Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram.
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram.
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Rama.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram. Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram.
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna.
Hare
Hare Ram,
Rama,
Hare Ram,
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram.
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna.
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare,
Ram.
Rama
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna.
Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram.
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna.
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Ram
Rama.
Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna.
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram.
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram.
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram.
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Rama,
Ram.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram.
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram.
Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Sit
Hare,
properly.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram. Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama Rama,
Ram.
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna. Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram.
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram.
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram Ram. Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram.
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram Ram. Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram.
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram.
Rama,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram.
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram.
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna.
Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram Ram. Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna. Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram.
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Ram
Rama
Ram.
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram.
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram.
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Krishna. Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram.
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram.
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna. Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram.
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna.
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna. Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Hare Rama,
Ram.
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram.
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram.
Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna.
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna.
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram, Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram.
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram.
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram.
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare,
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram
Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare
Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
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 Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Ram, 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 Ram.
Just one quick notice for the next 5 minutes. Try to ascertain what percentage of the time you're fully aware that you're chanting. Because you have to keep bringing your awareness back to the fact that you're chanting. It can go elsewhere. Even as you're chanting, you don't get the same effect if you're not aware of it. But make a notation and see if you can come up with a percentage. How much time are you fully aware? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, 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 Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram.
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram.
Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna.
Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare Ram,
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram.
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama, Hare
Ram, Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Ram 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 Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama,
Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Ram Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Om Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram Ram Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Krishna Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram.
That was 5 minutes. Let's see, I'll just get a sample of percentage. What percentage of the time were you fully aware that you were chanting? 10%? 10%. No microphones today. We're banning them from ISV.
I don't know the exact percentage, but maybe it was 80 to 90%. And the only reason I found difference was that after every breath, I will think, okay, I will need to report back percentage, so let me see how much I can focus on. So that was that made a significant difference when I need to report back how much focus I have.
Okay. One more from the side. What was your percentage? 60%. 50 to 60%. Kennedy.
Hare Krishna. I would say like 40% only because you reminded us.
40%. Okay. Anyone else?
About 50%, Prabhu.
We need like a meter or something. You can maybe get from Ace Hardware. Just go and ask them if they have a meter that measures how aware you are of the holy name when you're chanting, and see what they say. It would be good also to think about what are the ways that we can improve the percentage. Because when we're fully aware and we're concentrating on the holy name, then we have this connection. And if we're ever talking to someone and then looking somewhere else or thinking about something else, we can have that visceral experience, like this person's not really paying attention to me. And then the relationship, or at least the conversation anyway, becomes diminished to the degree that we're not aware. It's such an interesting principle also. You mentioned, was Kennedy, you said that because I reminded, and it seems so simple. You might tell somebody, for instance, years ago there used to be this system in ISKCON during the Srimad Bhagavatam class that somebody would be deputed to keep a squirt bottle. It could shoot really far too. You could probably hit Bharat from here. It was so powerful. And if people nodded off in the Srimad Bhagavatam class, the person would just psh, and and then pa, and they'd wake up. And usually, about 9 out of 10 times, people say, I wasn't sleeping. They say, why'd you do that? I wasn't sleeping. It was obvious to everyone because, nodding, even drooling or whatever, and then like bang, and I was like, I wasn't sleeping. What's the matter? So it's not so easy to tell, but it's one of the challenges Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, keep bringing your mind back again and again and again to be aware. And at least we have something to be aware of. And so that's a difference between a good relationship with the holy name and one that's becoming diminished by going somewhere else, being somewhere else, allowing the mind just to wander off. So let's try one more time and see if we can raise our percentage levels. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Sit properly.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Rama,
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Ram
Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Ram
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Ram, 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 Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Oh, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna. We'll just
Ram,
do
Ram.
a quick summation. And a question is, how much do you like Japa? Do you like it? This is for our own edification, just to consider how much you like it. Do you like it enough to sit and chant all day long? Do you like it enough to sit for at least enough time to chant 16 rounds a day? Or do you not have appreciation for it and you'd rather not chant at all? Somewhere within that spectrum. What would you say? If you were to measure it, based on the idea that what gets measured gets improved, percentage of time you're actually aware of the holy name, and then on this scale, where do you think you would put yourself of how much you like chanting? Yes, Kennedy?
It's not my favorite practice until after it's done and I feel amazing. And it's like a medicine where, and it gets better every time I take it. Where in the very beginning it was like, why am I doing this? I don't like sitting still. I'd rather be scrolling my phone. And then now that I'm at much more rounds than I was in the beginning, it's just, you get a couple in and you're like, this is why I do this. It's, no one likes running when they start, but then you get the runner's high when you reach, 14 miles or something wild like that. So.
That's a good answer. I like it better when I do it. Yes. How much do you like japa? Enough to sit all day? Enough to chant 16 rounds?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, I think it's probably a question a lot of people don't want to answer, but they know the answer in their heart. I wanted to touch on what Kennedy had mentioned earlier about how there'd be elevated numbers due to the instruction that you gave, to be more mindful. And it's interesting because, it's an offense to be inattentive while chanting. So we need the orders, from the teacher, the spiritual master, so we can do better in doing so. And it magnifies your role per se, because when we're not being attentive, we're maintaining some form of material attachment, even after being given so many instructions. But we constantly need those instructions. We'll never not need them, no matter how many times they're given to us. And for us to disobey that order would be, I believe, the third offense, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master. So it's interesting how it kind of ties into all of that.
Yeah, nice points. And when we're inattentive and then we don't get a taste for it, it's altogether possible to think that it's just imaginary. oh, those guys, the 16-round chanting, going to Mangalarti type of people, they're just fanatical or something like that, unless we actually experience it for ourselves. A couple more responses, yes. Actually, 2.5 more, we got to go.
Hare Krishna, I was thinking that when I chant 16 rounds and I finish that like early in the morning, then I get a sense of happiness, and especially because I took the vow in front of you and the whole community, I feel like actually awesome after that. Like, wow, I did it. And it's just a very nice feeling. I've never done like the full day chanting, even though in our childhood we used to have like all night we would do Jagrata, it's called, and all night we would chant and do the kirtan. I really wish maybe we should organize one and just do full day, like full day chanting. Wonderful it will be.
Yes, a nice realization, and I know with Nirkula and me, oftentimes it's like, how are you today? It's like, fine, I finished my 16 rounds. I'm really good now. There was one more. Okay, Dhanavari, and then we'll finish with Jai Madhava Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj.
We'll finish with Subhadra.
Accept
Actually.
my humble obeisances. Jai Srila Prabhupada. So, I have a hard time finishing at one spot, like one time, 16 rounds, but I do like half and half because my mind wanders, or if I have some activities that I feel like I want to do this and that, and so I try to listen to my mind and see so it won't get rebellious and it cooperates. That way I can focus better. And minimum I like to chant Japa 16 rounds minimum, because every time I sit I'm thinking I can be dead any day, so even 20 minutes, I don't know how much time I have left, so I should be focusing, and this is the only life, and I got the chance, and I made the vow, so I have to make you, Guru Maharaj, proud that at least I could do something. So I feel that way, and that keeps me going.
Thank you, Dhanavari.
Thank you.
I like the image of the rebellious mind. There's something for Amrita Katha to paint, a picture of that. We give him a mic, please. And then we'll go to Subhadra and finish. We're cutting it really close now.
Just to answer the question which was asked.
Yes.
For me at least, I still consider it as a duty. So I'm doing my duty because I've taken a vow. So how much I like...
That's another way to measure it, or to label it, right?
Yeah. So I'm very far from liking it or enjoying it, etc. It's just I'm doing my duty. That's where I am at this point. Second is, last time I asked to measure it. So I measured that I took 35 breaths, and every breath I do maybe 2 or 3 mantras. And out of those 35 breaths, 29 of them I mostly was able to, because I need to report back, I was mostly able to think of that, yeah, I was listening to what I was chanting. So thank you for giving that instruction to measure it, and that's another way now to maybe a tool to use to see if I can focus on how many beds.
Okay, well, yeah. Very good. We'll add it to the list. And Subhadra for the close.
I don't have much of a taste for chanting, but I do appreciate the challenge. And when you said that that's a sign of how good your relationship with the holy name is, it made me feel more personally accountable for my side of the relationship. So that helps.
Oh, that's nice to put it in those terms, to remember that it's a relationship and we have to invest in it. Thank you, Subhadra, for that insight. It's great. And nice backdrop, too. Really nice. Thank you, everyone, for joining Make Japa Great Again. Vanchakalpataruscha kripasindhabhyo vachapachitanam bhavebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.